Hello, Farlanders. My name is Kurt. Welcome back to Farlands or Bust. That's right. Continuing where we left off on the 10th. And today is the 12th of April, 2025. As we secure the hidey hole, grab that dog. And glory to you and your house.
And your house.
Thank you very much, Cat Train, for 15 months in the subtub. Subtub? Everybody watching this on YouTube after the fact, you really missed out. You missed out on 98 minutes of noozles. Noozles as far as the eye can see. Noozles. Noozles everywhere. And crappy graph paper websites everywhere. Wobbly noozles too, right? The wobblers, as they're known in the industry. What does that mean? That was weird. I thought that those were two pumpkins up there. That would be pretty funny. Are those billable hours? 90 minutes of nozzle research? Noozle research? We just started this stream at 75,470.11 megabytes, for those of you keeping track. But yeah, we're building a irrigation system to water trees in pots. And I wanted to arrange things in a diagram to see what noozle spread we need for complete coverage of watering. And I think the thing we learned is that I should have done that in Illustrator or like InDesign or something. But secondly, at least an 8-foot radius for a noozle. We could live with 7, but less than 7 leaves some dry spots. And we can get away with 180 degrees of coverage instead of a full 360. But if what we have is 360, then that's what we have. But then we were trying to navigate the noozle, the sprinkler website. And, very confusing, the type of noozle. The wobbler noozle seems promising, except that it really seems to blast. Of course, the measurements of the wobbler weren't in radius, they were in, diameter. But we gotta cut that in half. But even that, it was like at least 28 feet. Which is like, what? 14 feet diameter, which is too much. So yes, I'm working on my other job at this job. Working on the job. How dare I? You know. How about? And then I realized I was very cold, so I put on a coat, because it's all I have down here. I don't have any of my sweaters. Ooh, this is weird. And unusual. wish it wasn't covered by these clouds. I mean, I could probably turn the clouds off, couldn't I? Video. Oh, I guess I can't. I guess you can't turn clouds off in this version of the game. Okay, never mind. We will have to deal with the clouds. Oh, fast graphics. But then it changes the way the trees look, too. All right, we just got to get it during this break in the clouds. And... Picture. Picture. Oh, one of those was probably good. I had no idea you couldn't turn off clouds in this version of the game. I never wanted to. We're learning so much. We're learning about noozles. We're learning about Minecraft clouds in beta 173 here. Today is a day of knowledge and education. Edutainment. I finally replaced the radio in the Volvo. I found one on eBay. Do not stop licking your paws. Found one on eBay. That's the same factory radio. And they weren't asking like $400 for it like everybody else. But it's always a gamble. Because it's like, I hope it works. It's supposed to work. They listed it as working, so I could always get a refund. But it works. Juno, stop licking. But it wasn't easy. Well, the problem, it came and the bezel was broken. My outer bezel. I think it got broken in shipping. So what I had to do was Frankenstein it and pull the bezel off of my broken radio and put the bezel on the new radio. And it works. And it's amazing how it feels like a brand new car with now that it has a working radio. They also included this like cheap Bluetooth dongle, which I've seen, but I never thought would work because there's a port. The early 2000s were weird. The CD player in the car is a 6-disc CD changer. But there's also a port in the back of the head unit that allows you to attach an external CD changer in case you want your entire library of compact discs to be played at your fingertips. But through that port is where this Bluetooth dongles and noozles today. And that works. You just kind of you go to the external CD changer and it thinks it's a 10 CD changer, so it thinks it's like playing a track, but it plays the Bluetooth off the phone. Cavolave. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that worked. And it's I mean, it wasn't cheap. Oh, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give them treats. I paid like $150 for it, but it's certainly less than like finding a aftermarket head unit and like a install you know, a way to install it to get like a double DIN to fit into the weird Volvo thing. That would have been $300-400, and then the rear parking alert wouldn't work, so I'd probably have to install like a rear camera, which is even more of a pain. Yeah, I feel very accomplished at that. Now that I have not only a radio that works, but a radio that works and has Bluetooth. And it's the factory radio and doesn't look like crap. That was like... Oh, and also the center speaker. Remember? The center speaker was going at all times while driving, even with the broken radio off. And sometimes it would go... No, that was apparently... I thought it was like a problem with the wiring, but apparently it was a problem with the broken radio. Because now that's fixed. Now it's a normal speaker. But yeah, it's nice in this past week where everything kept breaking to have a little victory there. And hopefully it remains a victory and it, like, doesn't break in 2 weeks. What do you listen to in the car? I don't know. I've not listened to anything in the longest time because I've not had a radio. I need to, like, find new music. Even, like, the truck, the Nissan truck that I had, I did put a Bluetooth radio in there, but I really never listened to anything because the speakers were really crappy. And I couldn't find aftermarket speakers that would fit into the housings, and I didn't want to cut up the housings or do anything with that. And it was a truck, so who cares? But yeah, I also don't drive that much anymore. So it's not like I'm gonna get into music or anything in a 10-minute drive to go walk Juno or whatever. But yeah, that was a very significant quality of life. If anything, just to get rid of the that was driving me mad. Honestly, I'd grown to ignore it, but now all I gotta figure out is that weird clanking noise that's coming from the transmission. And the fact that I keep losing coolant. And sometimes it seems like it's gonna stall. You know, little things like that. And the fact that the windshield is all sandblasted and difficult to see through when the sun is directly in front of you. Perfectly cromulent. And then when I got home, I mowed the lawn for the first time this year. Got all sweaty and gross and grassy and had to take a shower afterwards. I am very lumberjacked. I didn't intend that. I was very warm. Normally I'm wearing like a hoodie or a sweater because I was warm after mowing the lawn. But then I got down here after I started streaming and got very cold. This looks like a chunk, but I think it's just a normal hole. It's a pseudo chunk. It's just a normal orifice, as the Noozle website would say.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
It looks like a chunk, but it's just a hole.
That's my favorite Nine Inch Nails song. Oh, I did not mean to do that, but I did it. So there it lives.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
Mine is boat like a car.
Mine is boat like a car. Mine is boat like a car. I made that jump. I didn't know I could make a 2-jump like that, but I did it. And it was like at an angle.
Clowns are funny.
I wonder if we'll have another annual Flobathon before Kurt gets to the far lands. I'm sure Subsponge would let us know if we're in danger of that, and I don't think we are. I think we have at least 2 more spawn chunks to see, like the genuine spawn chunks where we're making the tower. So that'll be kind of spoiler alert, I suppose, an indicator.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
We don't have to worry till Jeffrey Combs shows up.
Jeffrey, that is an interesting, very proper way to pronounce Jeffrey. What else did I do? I mowed the lawn. We did get the oven part in, but I haven't touched that yet to fix the oven. I got some grill parts in to fix the grill. I already said that the roof guy came last week. Of course, now it's not raining, so we're just going to assume it's not leaking anymore.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
I wanna rock and rule all night, and Jeffrey Day.
Rule? Jeffrey. Oh, I get it. Jeffrey. The way she says Jeffrey sounds like every. Jeffrey. I get it. I understand. No need to explain. A real hoot. Tomorrow I've been convinced to accompany the girlfriend to her skiing, her place of skiing, because they're holding a competition for costumes, and the winner wins a next year pass to this ski mountain, which is like a lot of money. I'm not going to ski, nor am I going to be in costume, but the girlfriend is. So there will be pictures. So she's winning, right? She is convinced that she will. I'm concerned. She should win. Don't get me wrong. I'm concerned that it's a lot like how car shows work, in that the people winning awards are the people who know each other, and all the ones who, like the club that puts on the car show and stuff like that. Politics. I should put on my Ankylosaurus costume. But Juno my costume. So yeah, that's my tomorrow. I'm disoriented and confused. What else did I want to do? I gotta split up my bulbs. I'm still not fully convinced I know how to split dahlia bulbs for planting, because I made a new planter. I mean, not a new planter, but I like made a extended the little garden bed where we had these flowers. How's the weather been here? It was rainy last week, but this week it seems like it's gonna be sunny-ish, cloudy, partly cloudy, and like nice spring-esque, early spring-esque. 60-ish degrees Fahrenheit. Like I said, I got hot mowing the grass, but now I'm cold here in the basement. My bulbs. I got a bunch of strawberries that I took from shoots, offshoots. What are those called? When the strawberry shoots off a new strawberry plant. A sucker? Runners! Thank you. A sucker is on a tree. Hopefully they produce. I just planted those. Because the plants that I had were a couple years old and they weren't really producing anymore. I think it's like 3 years or so that they stopped burying it up. What else? I just feel like tired. It's probably because it's been 3 weeks now at the part-time job. Getting up at 7 a.m. Speaking of a sucker. Wait, am I going the wrong way? I am going the wrong way! Nobody told me I was going the wrong way!
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
That advertisement has no effect on me whatsoever.
It was weird because I left. I didn't think to look at my compass at all, but like left usually makes the negative number go smaller. But this time it was the opposite. I'm like, wait a minute. Did we pass magnetic north?
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
Hey, other way you are going. Not great.
Didn't I do this once before? This is the hazard of having this X number, is now I'm watching the X number instead of the compass. And so as long as, like, in my brain, as long as the X number isn't, like, going crazy, meaning I'm going, like, east or west, or I'm sorry, north or south, I don't notice that if I'm going east. We did that recently where there were, like, 2 beds and a spawner that, like, we passed by. It's a whole new dynamic. Well, we got these pigs, and now that I need pigs, might as well take them. Dry. Dry! Oh, that was Wolfie. I almost whacked Wolfie. There we go. Pink sheep. There's no pink sheep. They have nipples, but no noses. Hey! That looks familiar. I have an impending sense of deja vu. Well, what else is new? On this here Saturn day. I have Q&A and AMA in the tags of this stream. I can't believe that didn't drive any traffic. Hey, Minecraft Farlands. I'm glad you asked that, because we answered that in the last stream when you weren't here. Which means you didn't watch the YouTube video. Shamed. Shamed. How dare you not consume every single minute of content that I create? That's lava right there, probably. Will you still drop everything and get on a rocket if Aston was free? There will be hesitation now, particularly if it's of a particular rocket company. Yeah, not really about it being risky, but just like, I don't want to be seen as endorsing. or being associated. It's a real shame, and we've said this before, how it's just not exciting anymore the way it used to be. I bought this rocket trip before I knew Elon was a Nazi. I did not watch Cone Dodger play Kerbal Space Program. I missed that one. I remember when he played a long, long time ago. He did a stream where he played it, and I was there for that. Like, in chat, not in the stream. Boy, I sure am gonna regret climbing this later on. When I need to decide how to get down a sheer cliff face. Which happens to be right here. How convenient. Oh, you... Get back on the center. I need beds. I guess we're doing a full segment. I said we would do a normal, like, a episode segment, but... This live stream is now all noozles all the time. I should have done it in Minecraft. I should have made the diagram in Minecraft. For my noozle sprayer. With saplings. Of course, everything here is in meters, so I don't know if that would have went to scale. You're asking all the questions that I've already answered. It would be pretty hard to resize things in Minecraft. Whew. Oof. Oh, well, this was kind of pointless. I could have just went across the land there, but I did not know that there was a field of ice. We're good on pigs. Ooh, excuse me. Bah. Right on the wall, too. Oh, and that was my shovel. Not very often I get to chop down one of those trees. Ooh, burr. You could combine 2 games in one epic crossover. What 2 games would you choose? Mine and Craft. Honestly, Space Engine and No Man's Sky. Like, basically No Man's Sky, but real. Not real, you know what I mean. Like, not the fake way that they've made their solar system, universe, galaxies, you know. But like actual procedurally generated worlds. And like the planets actually orbit a star instead of just hanging there in space in perpetuity. And like having an actual full planet surface to explore instead of just like pre-rendered blocks. Yeah, I don't know how it does it. You know, when you like go to a solar system, it's just loading another level. It's not like actually a place you're going to. And then, like, I don't know, like going to a star and there being no planets. It's like, okay, I guess we go to another one. That is what I would say. Trying to think what like SnowRunner and BeamNG Drive.
Beans, that's all I get is beans, beans!
Beans! I think that's the first time we've seen that alert. Lackadaisical refrigerator, that's a name I've not heard in such a long time.
Key_Sky gifted a tier 1 sub to Lackadaisical Refrigerator. They have given 494 gift subs in the channel.
There he is. Thank you very much, Quay Squy, for that gift sub. Gotta make sure that dog spawns on the ice and not under it. All right, these questions are getting a bit too granular. Granular? Is that a word? Am I using that in the correct context? Spoiter? Spoiter spawner. Wolfie, your favorite. Don't go anywhere. You know what I'm gonna need? More of these. I got him. Is that it? That's it. Expertly approached, sir. Thank you, sir. What do we got? Nothing. A couple wheat. That's it. But I'll carry the bread until I don't need the bread. If your dinner was a speedboat, how many people would fit on it? Well, you see, it looks like a speedboat, but it's just a car. Side sleeping. Spooky noises. Oh, I was going the wrong way again. I was looking at chat. Dang. Told you I am tired. I'm still in like lawn mowing mode with like going in concentric circles and back and forth and back and forth. How long was I doing that, or was that just since the spawner? Or the bed, or whatever? Ah. I did place that bed at a weird angle, I thought. Or maybe I thought I placed it at a weird angle, but it really wasn't. Alright, this is not the way to go. Need a machete to cut through all this brush. Oh, thanks, Wolfie. Thanks again. Yeah, I guess shears would cut through the leaves, but then I would pick up the leaves as leaf blocks. Indubitably. This would be a perfect hidey hole, practically pre-made. I vote we make an end of segment hidey hole facing north. Why? What devious science are you up to now? Quick, I gotta talk over the music, or else I'm gonna get content ID'd by a fraudulent grifter. A grifter! Content ID. You know how that tune goes. Saxophone. I don't know what this instrument is supposed to be, like on the synthesizer. Like an oboe? Sounds like a wind instrument. Or like a... What's one of those pianos that have the air sac? That you gotta, like, continually blow. Not blow, but like pump. No, not bagpipes. A pad? A pad. What's a pad? Those very long, you know, pads. What you wear when you play football? I don't know what a pad is. Describe this instrument in more obscure terminology, please. When is the next F3? We alluded a few streams ago to it. It would be appropriate if it was in July, since that's when the last one was. Typically created using a synthesizer. That doesn't help, but what is it synthesizing is what I was asking. Usually synthesizers synthesize real-life instruments or sounds. I mean, I know what, like, a synthesizer pad is like the pad. I know the pads. I'm aware of Paddington. I've seen a Korg. And a coscillator. I know what a coscillator is. That's a thing, right? I know what pad thai is. It sounds like a synth. C418 using a synthesizer to create music? Shock. Legasp. Melodica. I think that is what I was thinking, Timo Warner. Sometimes with a hoos and a noosel. No, I said blow. There's also like the ones that like are set up like an upright piano, but you like pump wind with your feet with like a foot pump. Maybe that's also called a melodica, but like a bigger one. Full size. I mean, I don't know. Is that considered an organ? When I think of organ, I think of like liver and guts. No, I mean, I think of like a pipe organ in a church. A pump organ. All right, that makes more sense. I might have said bag. Forgive me. For my words are not my own. You have an electric organ from the 60s in the same room as you right now. It sounds imposing. It's like standing in the corner, staring you down, judging. Always judging. Bellows. Probably bellows. There's an organ right behind me, isn't there? Ooh, I just got some, like, speaking of organs, some serious tinnitus right now in my left ear. Maybe that wasn't coming from my car speakers after all. Do you drops enabled? I do. Do you? I don't know. I never keep track of what games do drops or anything. Or the new capes. I think somebody got a cape here recently and didn't want it, so they just put the code in our Discord. Why someone? Well, because it's like it's Bedrock only, and I've personally never played Bedrock Minecraft at all. Those capes are coming to Java at some point. We don't play Minecraft here, so the capes are both version. Oh. Ooh. Version. We are playing Minecraft Beta 173, Java edition. Look out, that organ is wearing a Minecraft cape. The organ redeemed it. Oh, that's right. There were some, like, hats and stuff, wasn't there? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Oh, dang it. I knew I was getting too close. I tried to steer away, but it was a regular Titanic situation. Like in that movie, Titanic. It's a Lawrence Welk Thomas organ. That man has 2 first names. I was about to give him the bread. That dog would eat bread. Bloink. Sorry, that's a funny sentence. My great-grandmother played the organ for silent movies. Was she any good? I couldn't tell. It was a silent movie. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Jokes. Ah, Wolfie. I think. All right. Quick, we gotta get back on the 0. Got a little bit off. Fancy. Oh, see, this is why I don't do this sub sponge. It's because it's very disorienting. Alright, Wolfie. Have a seat. Nope. Wait a minute. Are you trying to get me to get suffocated in a wall? Is that what you're doing? Whoa, hi. Now, wait a minute. Doesn't that mean I should put the holes here? I can put the bed here still, too. I'm confused. You're trying to... I already was going wrong twice today, and now you're really... There. I fix. Third wrong makes it right. It's true. Torch is water. Bed is sideways. Let's go to sleep and hopefully not suffocate in a wall. And back up the world. Oh, that was fine. That's... My breathing hole was exactly where it meant to be. Ooh, that could have been cool. 75,533.2 megabytes. If it was 0.33 megabytes, that would have been fantastic. Or not. Speaking of a sucker.